So Buzzwole has been absolutely smashing it in the tournament scene recently. Yesterday we had Illusion going 12-2 with Buzzwole to come out on top in the Earth Day Pocket Weekly. That's 600 out of 600 players. Then a few days previously, Ken 458962 went 11 with 2 draws to come out on top in the Frog EX Weekly Cup, which is usually about 300 players. And then the previous Frog EX Weekly Cup, PGX Eluquitas, went 11-1-1 with another Buzzwole deck. Today we're going to take a look at the deck that Illusion ran yesterday, go through the cards, talk about matchups, and then show you a few games of it in action. So this is the deck. It's pretty, I mean, the Buzzwole decks haven't really changed that much since the last meta. So the thing is, good decks usually stay good. And so Buzzwole is a great deck. It maybe got overshadowed recently with all the new hotness and all the Sylveon stuff, but it can still do horrendous things. So this is the Illusion deck. Double Buzzwole, of course you do. This is your main sort of source of damage and finisher. The usual game plan is you build up to the point where Buzzwole can come in, you lose some energy onto it, and it just starts smashing things. It has the caveat of during your next turn, the Pokemon can't use Big Beat, but you get around that with the next one, which is Celesteela, because Celesteela lets you basically retreat for free. And because not being able to attack is a special condition, like poison for some reason, if you just move yourself out of the active slot and then back in, you just reset the condition, so you're fine. Celesteela can also do little clutch plays where you put 2 energy up with Lucamina and you just swing for 100, which can be a good way to get rid of things like Oricorio. And you got Pheromosa, which is also key to the decks, which does Jump Blues, which is 20 damage and 20 to the bench. This is insane because, especially now with everyone running Sylveon, if you put 20 damage on an Eevee and that becomes a Sylveon later in the game, that's just 120 HP, which you can punch with Buzzwole, and that's 2 points just you can pick up anytime you want with a Cyrus. Just pick about Cyrus quickly. You got 2 Cyrus because, yeah, with Pheromosa you're just picking at the bench. A good way to score points. Kartana. So some decks run Kartana, some decks don't, but Kartana is an absolute horror show. Like, just same with Farfetch. There we go. So you do 40 damage for 1 energy, really efficient. 60 health isn't a great deal, but you could Leaf Cape for 90. You can Erica it back up if it takes a bit of chip damage. So this thing, your 2-shot Oricorios, you can handle a lot of other basics in the game. And also, like, you expect your Pheromosa and Kartanas to go away. There's a good strong strategy for most decks, which is you feed your opponent 2 points with your little 1-pointers. And then all the while you're building up your big EX or your other big attacker to come in and sweep. And also with this deck in particular, if you lose energy from having these knocked out, they go in the bank for your Lucamines, then put onto your Celesteela or your Buzzwole. Erica is essential. This is the Grass deck. Grass deck abuses healing. Healing wins games just because it's... if your opponent can't do enough damage or you push them to where something takes a... with this and Leaf Cape as well, if something that would normally take 2 shots to knock out takes 2 or 3, that's a big advantage. Again, we talked about Cyrus because you're pinging the bench, and also you only do 120, so you don't want your opponent taking a slap and then retreating. Lucamine, I explained before, is an obscene card just because it lets you jump into Buzzwole almost immediately. And there's so many different cool plays you can do between Celesteela and Lucamine, because also you can instead of using Celesteela, you can hard retreat your other Pokemon, so they lose an energy. That goes into the bank, and then you Lucamine that onto something else. It lets you do crazy things. As far as other cards, we've got Mars and Red Card just for crushing your opponent's hand. We live in the age of Sylveon, so people are drawing a lot of cards, so the ability to just reset someone's hand is just game ending. And finally, Leaf Cape is good. It pushes Buzzwole to 170, which is nice. It's not going to stop a Charizard, but making Pheromosa 100 or Kartana 90 is very, very good. So that's the deck. Next, we're going to go into a few games to show how the deck works. My name is Andy. I make videos about the competitive scene in Pokemon TCG Pocket. If you enjoyed the video, maybe give me a like, maybe a little cheeky sub. Also, I stream fairly regularly on Twitch and YouTube, so maybe come check it out. And let's get into the games. Alright, going second. Leading with Buzzwole. That's interesting. I mean, Buzzwole going first is like fine, I guess. So we're going into probably Leafeon box. which is a problem because they can just start whipping out 70 damage. I mean, it's fine, we just heal it. So we're going to select something else. The good news is if we draw into like Celesteela plus something else, we can just pull this lad back. Because Celesteela is basically broken. Or the only thing that's stopping it from being stupidly, really broken is that it's caged to work only with Ultra Beasts. Yeah, okay. That seems fine. Do we Mars them? Yeah, right. Get out. So we've only got 2 cards, so hopefully they don't get any ideas about red carding us. Or Marsing. But yeah, usually if you start Buzzwole, you can correct that mistake by just Celestealing out. They're not going to be able to attack us this turn. We'll chip for 30, then we'll take 70. But then after that, I mean, okay, so they're going to go for a big Flareon play. There's every chance we just get... Okay, can they one-shot us next turn? Because they can put 1 energy, grass energy from the Leafeon. They put fire energy here from the pool. They flip back and just do 150, and we lose 2 points. That is crazy. And the annoying thing is, we can't just heal through it. So maybe this is GG. Yeah, the annoying thing is even if they I mean, they don't even need to combust to hit us with the energy. Where's it going? Never mind, they just made a mistake. I mean, okay, it's not a true mistake because they can still come back from that. But they literally had a one-shot right there. That's crazy. Oh, look, it's Celesteela. So we could hard retreat, but that's just silly. So we're just going to Ultra Thrusters back. They've done no damage, so we haven't got to worry too much about that. And then probably what we want to do is... I think we just chip these down. Like, the annoying thing is they probably EV bag it. Actually, probably should have gone for the flare. Oh no. Come out. They have a Sabrina, I guess? No. Okay, so they need to basically combust here. So we do sort of not lose, but we basically need to draw into like another basic to chip them down. Like a Kartana now would be perfect. Oh, never mind. And again, yes, Celesteela proving it to be, you know, the best card. So we knock over 40, they do go down to 130 now, which does suck. I think we Professor anyway. This means good. A cape would be nice. It does fix some mass. So the thing is, if they heal now, to 130, we're gonna have trouble. So they're gonna combust. Okay, so even if they heal, we can just one-shot them. So what are they doing? That's fine, because we can... No... Never mind, they had the exact card they needed. So we don't have any damage amplification. I mean, okay, so one thing we can do is we can put them in a situation where they have to have an EV bag or they can't combust. And unfortunately that would be the only thing we can sort of really do. See, Pheromos, we're just throwing it away because that'll just get decked by the Leafeons. Okay. Like, if we had a Mars now, it would be perfect. You can just come in anyway. Okay. So, do they have a bag? If they have a bag, it's GG. 6 cards left, they probably do. But they are having a think. I guess they didn't have the bag. Okay. So we're going into fire. And we got Celestia, never mind. So we can... This is the joke. Again, I know I keep talking about Celesteela. But you can literally just go, I'll just put these guys wherever I want. And I'll just fix it later. So if we needed to hit the bench, we can switch to Pheromosa. If we just need, you know, raw power. Which we probably do. Because if we tap this for 40 and it goes into a Sylveon, then even if they heal what? So it's like a Flareon Litten deck? Okay. This could actually be a problem. Litten, so Incineroar is no joke. But yeah, we tap this for 40 because then even if they put a cape on it, we can just bring it in and one-shot it with a Buzzwole and that's 2 points. Second Celesteela. We don't really need the second Celesteela yet. And also because of Lusamine, Buzzwole can just chill in the deck. Okay, and also if they try to retreat this and they don't evolve it, we just come in and just kick it. Okay. Of course they get Sylveon, but that's fine, that's just money in the bank. If we can pick up one of these Littens, that would be very nice. Right. So the issue is with fire, and Incineroar just deletes us next turn. So I think what I would like to do is I would like to switch to a Pheromosa. And then my hope would be they don't try to heal. They probably evolve the Sylveon. Maybe they don't evolve the Litten that we've put damage on. And we can Cyrus that in, take a point, and the second Cyrus, we pick up this somehow. So yeah, that's why we didn't tap that. I mean, they could just Incineroar Torracat. Oh, look. So they didn't have Incineroar? Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our first point. Ultra thrusters. Out. I think actually we probably put 2 energy. We don't have to, but like energy here. If they take it, that's 2 energy in the bank. Like we can do it other ways, but we're again Celestia to makes you so energy efficient. It's unreal. So 1 point in the bank, and literally all we're doing now is waiting. 7 cards left. If one of them's a Cyrus, we kind of win. Is the Incineroar, they delete this, we feed them another 1-pointer, they delete that, and then we just, at some point between now and then, we just lose, well next time we lose Samini. So they do enough damage to one-shot, well they one-shot anyway, but that's fine. That's a ball. We are in awkward spot. So the good thing, the main thing we need to do is not damage this because then it one-shots the Buzzwole. So we're actually going to win by not fighting it. Maybe if we need some stupid Hail Mary play, but it's always good to have, if you've got Asperity, maybe 1 on there, because then you could Lucamine extra onto it and do that 50-50 for 100. We may as well just keep No! Remember what I said about we're not going to damage the Incineroar? Well. Because if it's only doing 80 damage, that's 100 to the Buzzwole, so we can take a punch, and that gives an extra turn to find our Cyrus. Unfortunately now, because I was an idiot, we've given them a path to victory. So we draw Cyrus or we lose now. Would you Leaf Cape? So 150, 160, so as long... So they will almost certainly have Howl, which will give them the damage they need. Or they'll have like a Sabrina and flip into their last point that way. But yeah, I was foolish, because, I mean, maybe Cyrus is on the bottom 3, but... And we may as well just punch, right? Yeah, because he's dropped the second Buzzwole. There's every possibility that the How is the bottom 2 cards of the deck, so you know, never give up, never surrender. So is the How coming? Of course it is. Alright, GG. Whoosh. We totally could have won that though. Alright, so we're starting with Kartana going second, which puts us in quite an offensive position. I mean, the annoying thing is that Poipole, if they go into Nagandel and they have a Nihilego, they can just one-shot this. We got a cape as well, so we can... We're pretty chill there, I guess. That's interesting. I'm gonna assume they don't want to get chipped. I'm doing this. Okay, fine. No big deal. Okay, so your Pheromosa, which is probably the better thing to switch into, but we can't switch in right now. So if we take 10, 20, 40 if they go to Nagandel. Yeah, I think we just Leaf Cape. And if we live, we can heal the damage with Erica. And then we hope they don't have a Nihilego. Don't do it. They must have a Nagandel because they wouldn't do this otherwise. That does 40, 50. Are they just fishing for the Nihilego? Must be. That's fair enough. So 40 and we take 10, but that's fine because we healed back up to 80, so they shouldn't. He says. Yeah, they do 40, they do... With a Nihilego, they do 60 next turn. 70 including the tick we're going to take now. So what we can do is we can just cheekily Erica. And to us, this is what I mostly use the Ericas for when playing this deck. And then we Buzzwole, so if we would like to, we could Lucamina next turn. Because we can just hard retreat this Kartana out, dump the energy on the Buzzwole and just swing. Downside being we don't have Celesteela to do jank. Okay, so 40, and then we take 10. And then we live into their turn. So that's fine. The question is, do we just come out swinging with Lucamina? Yeah, why not? Why not? So yeah, we put one in the bank. Why is that not capped in? Oh, because we haven't got 1 point yet. I'm an idiot. Okay, don't make this one stupid blunder. Punch for 30, that's fine. Issue is we're going to take 50 damage, which does suck. Because yeah, if we swung with the Kartana, we could come in and finish this off. Yeah, I was foolish. And there is the Guzzlord. That's right, so the main thing is they're only going to have... They got 1 in the banks, they go to 2, so again, they can Lucamina and hit us for 120, which is bad. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to Professor. Okay, so this is guaranteed Celesteela. No, it could be a Pheromosa, but... There we go. So this is going to fix all of our problems, unless they have a Cyrus. So yeah, we do that. No need to red card. So that is the issue. They can at any point hit us for 120 with that Guzzlord. Unless we... Erica... Yeah, we got 1 Erica left. There's Nihilego. Oh no. Yep, fair enough. Makes sense to do it now, because at any point now they can just Cyrus and win the game. So they've taken 1 point. Is there any benefit? I mean, we can lead with the Buzzwole and just see how we feel. Because Celestia is broken. That's the one thing, they've got 8 cards left in the deck and they are pretty much reliant on having that. Also, we can just Ultra Thrusters this guy back. So we do this. We can second Lucamine to take our 2nd point, and what that means now is at any point we can just get this, we can Cyrus this lad in. Yep. Like, it's actually insane how many times Celestia will just pull you out of the fire. And it puts pressure on your opponent as well, because they have to be able to like read the board state of like, oh, these are like the multiple different things they could do. Do they have... oh, they don't have it. So everything's fine. Because they knock him down to 1... they knock him down to 20, that's fine. We just bring in the other Buzzwole and slap. We got double, and again, this is why you run Cyrus, because you really want double Cyrus. Pow. So in you go. Fine. Like, we could have punched the other Buzzwole, but then we just lose to poison, and it becomes a tie. Not having that.